We pray for better days.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Meet Blockchain Show. My name is Nick Larson, your host, and today we have the distinct pleasure of having Andrew Lekashman, the CEO of Kono, and he's going to be talking to us a little bit about his business and the blockchain space and what it's like to run a team in Silicon Valley. So thank you so much for joining us, Andrew.
Thanks, Nick.
Hey, before we begin, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, OMF, or To Mine Fund, a blockchain fund for blockchain mines around the world. So we're pushing innovation specifically in edge computing, artificial intelligence, and in the finance space. So definitely check us out on Medium. But would love to hear a little bit about your background, Andrew.
Sure. So I run Kono Store. We started just out of a group of guys on the internet that it's turned into a rather large e-commerce store where we sell all sorts of stuff, cables, desk mats, and doing millions of dollars in business every year.
What kind of initial early traction and metrics around that gave you the insight that this was what you wanted to focus on?
So a lot of our early customers were programmers, engineers, and gamers. And so keyboards in general have been kind of a forgotten technology. People just didn't think that they were terribly important despite using them all day, every day, even more so now that we're in COVID-19 times and everyone's working from home. And we just felt like we could bring some cooler designs, some better innovation into the space. And we started just posting to places like Reddit and got a lot of feedback. So we just have a channel with thousands of people in it, and they tell us what they like about the products that we make. They tell us what they don't like. And we kind of just work really closely with the community to make something that they want to buy.
And what was the most surprising thing when learning from your customer?
So what's really surprising to me is some of the weird keyboards that people are into, which is kind of a split keyboard where you have one keyboard for each hand. Now, a few years in, there's a whole bunch of copycat companies that have come in and produced their own version of this keyboard and would sell kits that you had to solder and build yourself.
Are there any particular blockchain applications that you've seen recently that have been intriguing for you?
The first company that I worked at where I worked on keyboards was a company called Massdrop. And back in 2011, 2012, actually, we accepted Bitcoin at that company as a payment, and still like $100 for a Bitcoin. And now the payment processing space has totally exploded. Visa, Square, these are like billion-dollar companies.
So it's almost like with OMF, we're democratizing access and providing transparency. But how do you think blockchain technology will affect how business is done moving forward?
If there's an opportunity for someone to lowering the cost of operation and allowing kind of one currency or one medium of exchange, all of those companies not be used.
Any last remarks where you see the blockchain space going, or things that are fascinating to you personally?
I definitely am interested in how trackable a really good fit for cannabis space or other controlled spaces.
Great. Well, it was wonderful to chat, and thank you so much for the insight, Andrew. Definitely check us out or To Mine Fund on our Twitter. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in, and until next time, thanks so much. Cheers.
We hope, we pray for better days.